up canceling practice, whatever you guys did today?
We had a walkthrough. Basically, got 2 games in 9 days, so felt like we could use just some mental reps, having everybody out there, even the guys going through some nicks and things like that. So it was good to have everybody out and really detail things up.
Where are you kind of stand with your running back situation? You obviously had to bring in a couple veterans for the practice squad. Are you thinking you're going to have to use them this weekend?
It's day to day. Not sure yet. It'll be later on in the week. James obviously is very familiar with the system, so if he can go late in the week, he'll go. And then Darryl, we'll see how that goes. But we wanted to make sure we had our bases covered and brought in some guys who played and brought in some experience.
What can you expect out of Keontae if you have to use him this week?
I mean, we kept 5 for a reason. You know, he was very impressive in camp and preseason, and has continued to impress with his preparation and how he's treated each day, even on scout team. Does a great job, and so if he's got to go, we expect him to play at a high level.
Do you like how the running game has gone? I mean, the numbers say that you guys have been effective. I don't know if you've been able to run as much as maybe you would like, but you have been effective when you've done it.
Yeah, we haven't hit much of a stride on offense. Obviously, I think that'll get better as we go. But at times when we've needed it, we've had some production there. But it can definitely get better. We got to stay on the field offensively, and I think you'll see that improve.
Can he handle a full load as a workhorse if he needs to?
Yeah, he can. I mean, he did it in college. Obviously, it's a different level, but he's worked really hard. If this is his opportunity, we have all the faith in the world that he'll go out and give us everything he's got. And I've been impressed with what he's done, like I've said, over the last couple of years. The improvement and the maturity he's shown has really been impressive.
Have you had to have any conversations with Matt Amendola, or is it just like that happened in that game and we move on?
Yeah, that was it. You know, like I said last week, we've seen him kick well in practice, and he's kicked well in games in this league. And so we're past it and on to this week.
So Matt's obviously not ready to go.
Prater, no, doesn't look like he'll make it this week.
Week to week?
Yeah. Hopefully by next Thursday, we'll see how that goes.
Does the potential kickoff change time influence you guys at all?
Not really, no.
You went around the locker room after the game, kind of talking to dudes. What were you saying to them? What does that do for your relationship with them?
Yeah, I think it's important. Just they know how much we appreciate them. I mean, win, lose, or draw, they're putting it on the line for us. And it was a physical game. It was a hard-fought game, and to lose in that nature was tough. But I was just really proud of the effort. A lot of those O-linemen were banged up and powered through. So just wanted to make sure they knew we appreciated them.
I don't know if I've ever seen that coming out of all. What does that say kind of about your relationship with the guys? Is it something you do a lot? Or?
Yeah, pick your spots. But I think it's important in certain moments that they know it's bigger than football at times. We appreciate each and every week. I mean, 7 days they're putting into this, and then it ends that way. That's not easy. So just to make sure they know, hey, win, lose, or draw, we appreciate what you're doing for us and that you sell out every week.
Did you see Justin come back his comments after the game where he kind of stood up for Mac in that moment? What did you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the type of person he is. Since I've been here, I mean, just to watch his emergence as a leader, I think has been impressive. Like, whatever we ask him to play, he'll play. Tackle, guard, center. I mean, he's open to helping the team, bless you. But that's the type of cat he is. And, the jersey came out of him a little bit. It was a little R-rated, but that's how he rolls. So, you like to see guys have each other's back.
I mean, as a head coach, does that show you that your locker room is tight and close like that? The guys have each other's back?
Yeah, I think we have good guys. We have guys that, like I said, it's bigger than football with a lot of these guys, man. They're good people, do good things in the communities, have families, and makes it really fun to coach and be around them.
What do you think of Geno Smith's kind of career renaissance?
Yeah, I love it. So I've cheered for him a long time. Jake Spavital and Dana Holgerson, 2 close friends, coached him in West Virginia. So I used to watch him a bunch, and his arm talent is tremendous, as good as anybody in the league. And, he went to a tough situation. I think quarterback of all positions is situational at times, where you get drafted and who they surround you with. It can go south in a hurry. But to show that type of mental toughness, the resiliency he's shown, and the way he's playing, you can see he has something to prove. And You turn the tape on, I don't care who you are. If you watch it and you didn't know names, you'd think he's a top 5 guy. I mean, he's playing that well. I think, his OC, Shane, has been tremendous, putting him in positions to be successful. And, really proud of what he's done, honestly, just knowing him like I do, and just hope he has a really bad game Sunday.
I know you talked about it a lot, but the starts, and you mentioned kind of the feeling out period. How are you seeing that develop, and how do you more dictate things early?
I think it starts with me and making sure we're, those first 10 whatever scripted plays are on point. Everybody's in sync, and we know them, and we know we can be effective. And then we just got to go out and execute. What we've seen in practice all week hasn't been showing up in those first couple of series for whatever reason. And I don't know if we're too excited and too hyped up, whatever, but it's got to change, because I think we've led 10 minutes in 5 games, and that is no way to survive an NFL season.
How about these games and this rivalry against the Seahawks? It seems like, at home, when the other team's visiting and then the game goes either way, I mean, wild things tend to happen in these games.
It does, yeah. I'm not sure why that is, but I have the utmost respect for Coach Carroll and that culture, and he's been there a long time. And no matter who is playing for him, they play hard. They have great energy. They're well coached, and that's how this team looks. They're playing some young guys on defense, still figuring it out at times, but he's got them rolling. And I think everybody thought when Russell left, it was just going to fall off the deep end, and they've only gotten better on offense, and they're right there in the mix with everybody.
Does anyone having to Matt Rule kind of remind you of the fragility of this job?
Yeah, definitely. I know Matt well. Text with him, after it happened, and it's tough. Situation is tough. Once again, I think he went through 5 quarterbacks in 3 years or whatever, and so if you don't find one of those guys, you can nail everything else, which I think he kind of did. I thought they had really good players, really good culture, all these things, and the quarterback play, for whatever reason, didn't reach a level that it needed to, and so he'll take his money and go get whatever college job he wants, so I don't feel too bad for him. But, yeah, I mean, I know he wanted to finish it the right way. He's a competitor. He's been successful wherever he's been, and so he'll be just fine.
Just because it's on topic this week, do you understand how the NFL calls a roughing the passer, and can you explain it to us?
I cannot. It's been interesting. Brady's going to get the call, but some of the other ones are I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to coach it at this point, but I think we got to reel it in a little bit.
What do you tell you guys? Like, they're falling down.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I mean. There's no coaching points, because you can't take that part. You got to tell them to go after the ball, sack them, get them. I mean, we haven't adjusted anything on our end.
Well, do you think the league would go to a 2-hand touch thing for quarterback?
I hope not. Yeah, I hope not. No, I think probably is some overreaction, and usually it levels back out, hopefully.
Was it 2-hand touch when you played?
No, it was not.
What was the hardest hit you took?
I didn't get hit much in sitting on the bench in the pros, but in college, Kyle Vandenbosch from Nebraska, when they were the black shirts, like the young kids don't know that in Nebraska, but yeah, he was an animal, and he got me good. I was going to. He's kind of intimidating. I don't know if you've been around him, but I did not.
Do you have optimism for Riley this weekend?
He's day to day. I mean, he wasn't out there today. We want him to feel great. It's a long season. We really struggled last year when he went out. I felt like he was a part of that deal offensively. That we took a step back, but we want to be smart. So I think it's really going to come down to how he feels this weekend.
If the offense isn't going as we want it to, does Kyler's frustration grow? Do you see that? Is it harder to deal with him on the sidelines in a game when that frustration is getting up higher than it should be?
Yeah, I think it's harder to deal with, both of us, honestly. But he's been good. Like the communication has been good. It's just sometimes you got to play your way through it, and that's where we're at. I think things are close. So I told the guys after the game, offensively it's close. Got to stay on the field and make the plays that are there to be made. Whether it's a false start here, or a drop pass there, a missed throw here. I mean, it's not that far off, and the effort's good, and we'll just keep working at it.
Is Cam a cushion between you and Kyler a lot?
Yeah, definitely. God bless him.
Coach, thank you.
Thank y'all.
It's happening.
How do you feel like today's walkthrough was an important step this week?
Yeah, I thought it was very productive. Energy was great. You know, attention to detail, all of that. Everybody was locked in. It was pretty good.
Do you guys, Kliff was saying 2 games in 9 days is a rough. Obviously, you guys have some guys banged up. Do you feel like you get out of a walkthrough is what you need to get out of as opposed to like a full practice?
Yeah, you definitely can. Again, it all goes to attention to detail. If guys know what they're doing, I think guys would rather, in a sense, do a walkthrough rather than go full speed and not have a clue what's going on. So, gotta hone in on the details before we can go full speed, and that's for any practice. But yeah.
Could this be like the break or the reset this team needs to kind of get going?
You said reset?
Instead of going through practice, kind of just going through a walkthrough, take it a little easy.
What's the infatuation with the walkthrough? No, it's just walkthrough. I think coach is trying to take care of our bodies because we got 2 games in 9 days they said. Me personally, I don't get hit or in practice, so it's. I try to take every rep like it's a game rep. So really no difference for me. As much as the the linemen and stuff, people banging up against each other. So I understand it.
Do you like how effective the running game overall has been this year? I know maybe you guys haven't done it as much as maybe you'd like, but do you think it's been effective when you have?
Yeah, I thought we ran the ball really well last game. Just didn't finish when we need to. At the end of the day, can't kick field goals. That's that'll get you beat. Kicking field goals in the red zone get you beat. So we got to score touchdowns. Last year we were scoring touchdowns, and so far, we haven't put the ball in the end zone enough. So.
Kliff mentioned a couple times that he feels like the offense is pretty close. When you watch the film, how close are you guys getting each drive?
I thought last game was one of our better games, if not our best, as far as the continuity and just the way it felt out there. I would say the same. Obviously, talking about it doesn't really matter. We got to go out there and prove it. Got to go out there and execute on Sunday. But I think we can build on how we felt and what we were doing out there. Because like I said, we ran the ball well, moved the ball well in spurts at times. And I think, like I said, I think last game was probably our best overall together.
If Keontae has to be used in a bigger role this week, is he ready for that?
I believe so. Played big-time college football, had a really good camp, really good preseason. Guys are confident in him. He just got to, trust, understand what we're trying to do this week, and go out there and play his game.
Do you have like a calendar up anywhere, like dates till DeAndre Hopkins returns, or do you not really? He's back when he's back, and you're just
Internally, obviously, everybody, can't wait to have Hop back. But right now, I'm focused on the guys that are out there. Got the utmost confidence, like I said, every week, and everybody that touches the field. But when we get him back, I know he'll be ready to go, and the guys will be excited to have him back.
How you been just having him back in the building?
Yeah, every time I see him, I got a big smile on my face. He's got a big smile just to, having him around, understanding how much he loves it, how much he misses it. He's a leader of our team. He's one of the leaders, and he's like I said, we can't wait to have him back.
We've talked a little bit about the first 10 plays and just that approach and how to start. What is any changes to the way that's going to go this week as far as preparing?
Nah, that's a good question for him. I don't know.
I asked Kliff if you were tough to deal with and you get frustrated. The offense isn't moving, 3 and out, those kind of things. He said we both are.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way? Your frustration level's real high when things are going well?
No, I'm competitive. He's competitive. I don't think it's, I wouldn't say it's tough to deal with. I just think, trying to get right, trying to win. That's the ultimate goal out there is just trying to win. However we can make that happen, however we can get it done. I tell him what I saw or why I did what I did. We're obviously going to disagree at times. Everybody does. But at the end of the day, we understand, we're both just trying to win. We're both competitive.
Is Cam kind of the buffer between you guys? And those
Cam's more level-headed, But, everyone's trying to win. So, so there's sometimes Cam's, he might be mad at me or whatever I did. But, again, we're all just trying to win.
Are you looking forward to potentially a a normal game for you in Seattle? You got hurt the first year. You didn't get to play last year. There was nobody in the stands.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I've thought about that. The game we won, I didn't get to finish. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The crowd's obviously always great. The tradition out there is great. For me, Seattle's kind of like a second or third home because my grandma lived out there. So yeah, I always enjoy when we're out there.
Hopkins has this unique ability to keep his feet in bounds.
Hop. Yeah.
Throwing to a guy knowing he can drag toe tap ball.
I mean, he's just one of a kind. He's got really long arms. Obviously, he wears like, quadruple XL, gloves. He's got a canny ability just to make the spectacular catches with guys on him, or uncanny. But he's one of the best to ever do it. So to play with a guy like him, you just feel confident. No matter who's on him, give him a chance, and he, most of the time he comes down with the ball.
What do you think about some of these roughing the passer calls lately? Are you all for it, or do you even feel sorry?
I mean, I won't. I mean, I feel like I get hit sometimes, and maybe I haven't earned that respect yet. But no, the one the other day was pretty egregious. I think that was a strip sack, right? Yeah, he came down with the ball. I mean, yeah, football is football. I think we all, it's obviously gotten a little safer, since we were kids playing pee wee football. With all the protocols and stuff like that. I know they're trying to take care of the quarterbacks and stuff, which, I mean, I'm not arguing, complaining about. But, yeah, I mean, I understand the defense's, frustration and everybody watching, because it's a physical game. We know what we signed up for. You got to try to protect yourself as best as possible. So, I mean, hopefully, they can get it right.
What are your thoughts on Geno Smith's season, the way he's kind of turned his career around?
I mean, I was a big Geno Smith fan. He's at West V. Obviously, he's playing real hot right now. He's playing really well. We gotta be locked in this week because he's playing, probably some of the best football any quarterback in the league is playing right now. So defense will be ready. We gotta be ready on offense to put up points, and we know that.
When you see Hollywood make that catch and then like, busting through people into the end zone, do you have the feeling of I told you guys he could do this, or you just kind of look at that and like, I know this really well?
Nah, I mean, that's just, that's the guy that I know and love. I mean, he makes plays when he gets his opportunities, works hard as hell. And most people don't really see that or, give credit to it until you finally, or he finally goes out there and shows people what he's really capable of. And I think, so far this season he's doing that.
What are you seeing from their defense?
What am I seeing from their defense? A lot of zone, a lot of man. I mean, they're really good. A lot of young players. I think, in the past couple of years they've had familiar players that we've all known. They're a young team now, I think, with a lot of new names on their defense. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity. This is a divisional matchup, the opportunity for us to go 1-1 in the division against a good team. They're going to play hard. So I'm looking forward to it.
When you guys have that script at the beginning of the game, do you have the ability to check out of it? Do you check out of some of those plays?
I mean, we got plays obviously going into it that we have, if they're in this, check out of it. If they're not, let it ride. But, as far as what I see is what I see. Yeah, as long as I have a reason for what I did, then most of the time it's a green light.
Thanks, Kyle.
Appreciate it.